The guy who filmed this video says that he lives in a remote area of Oregon, surrounded by woods. He claims that he had been hearing strange sounds coming from the forest behind his house for days. So, one night he decides to take a camera out to investigate the mysterious sounds. This is what he caught on camera.
I'm hearing the things in my woods again. I don't know if you can hear the noise. I'm recording with night vision right now. I've been hearing the sounds in the back of my woods quite a bit. What the heck is that? Oh my god!
The video shows some strange thing with large glowing eyes kneeling in the bushes. So is this some strange creature caught on camera? Is it just really good CGI? Or maybe a small, very thin person with excellent special effects makeup? You decide. The dceoia. In Southeast Asian folklore, there is said to be a creature called a dceoia. It is basically the spirit of someone young that has been summoned back to life in a misshapen goblin-like form. Now this next video from Bogor, Indonesia is pretty much terrible potato quality video, but the clip is so bizarre and creepy that I just had to feature it.
Astagfirullah, itu tuyul itu sebelah jim, tuyul. Itu belum itu dari Gerencia. Gerencia perpisahan tenempo. Di belum onita tuyul. Di Gerencia tuyul. Gerencia tuyul eta. Di nyamper Gerencia eta. Tadi dinya belum nyamper Gerencia oge di. Oh, tenar pun wah. Tadi lompatnya kan dia deh kaki kirim satu yul. Astagfirullahaladzim, berpenaingnya tadi. Terpenaingnya tadi. Lagu saya tertempo. Belum terpenaing di. Terpenaing bener aingnya loh. Terpenaing tadi tadi ta. Tadi di dia. Bener aingnya. Terpenaing aingnya bener tengah bohong. Tinggal, itu mati teh. Terus lanjut. Aku tak lagi, aku tak bosan lagi menghentikan dirimu, menghentikan cintamu.
The filmer claims that the creature could only be seen through the camera, so the other two witnesses who are busy with some horrible musical duet can't seem to see anything.
Astagfirullah, itu tuyul itu sebelah jim, tuyul. Itu belum itu dari Gerencia.
Now, this is just my opinion, but the movements of the supposed creature just look too bizarre to simply be a kid in makeup, but also too smooth to be CGI. So, let me know what you think. Creepy Crawler. The Overbrook Insane Asylum was opened in Essex County, New Jersey in 1896. and served as a hospital for the mentally disturbed for nearly 200 years. Two guys are exploring the abandoned hospital and spot something truly unexpected.
So we're here in Essex with Vincent.
Somebody didn't like that game. I'm gonna make it with me.
Vincent, what the hell do you think? Vincent, you couldn't drag me there if I was dead. Somebody didn't like these bricks.
Of course, without me, pick up a rock.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Gosh!
So is this a creature caught on camera? Is it some deranged squatter or a patient who never left the hospital grounds? Or is it all just a hoax? And if it is, that's still a very impressive and creepy spider walk. They live. This next bizarre video was recorded at a private party at a banquet hall in Russia. The party was attended by billionaires, supermodels, and politicians. Basically some of the most rich and powerful people in Russia. Popular Russian musician Sergei Shnurov and his band Ruble were hired to perform at the event. But something very odd happened when there was an unexpected temporary power failure in the venue. The video captures the bizarre, glowing eyes of some of the attendees. Although the video only captures a few of them, witnesses claim that most of the people at the party had these same strange glowing eyes.
Выступление, на самом деле, как выступление, но что-то случилось со светом в прекрасный момент, он просто погас. Почему-то у большинства людей, которые были в зале, а там были люди совершенно такого серьезного полета, стали светиться глаза. Барабанщик у нас, собственно, выронил палочки, и больше мы песен не играли. Было пи***ц как страшно, поэтому мы съебались оттуда даже. Я и не помню, как мы дома оказались.
А кто эти люди были? Можешь назвать фамилию?
Да чего ты? Ага.
Now, once this bit of video became public, there were all sorts of wild conspiracy theories. Everything from that the Russian cultural elite were all aliens or reptilians, to even claims that they were vampires. But the prevailing theory was almost as bizarre. Many people believed that these rich and powerful people were using mysterious biological experiments to stay young.
Ужасно, ужасно. Страшно, потому что свет погас, и вдруг эти глаза светящиеся. Мне потом объяснили, что это какой-то эффект stem cells. Я не знаю,
So the theories on this one are divided, but all of the explanations offered are creepy and strange. So, the question remains, what could cause a room full of the Russian elite to have eyes that glow in the dark? Repeater. I've covered the story of YouTuber Maddie Ann on this channel a couple of times in the past, but as a quick recap, Maddie Ann and her husband Devin claim that something strange is stalking around outside their house at night. They've caught video, sound, and even filmed footprints of the alleged creature.
Look at that.
In this video, Maddie is sitting outside when something in the darkness begins repeating what she says, seemingly copying her voice.
Okay guys, I'm sitting out back smoking. I have my but I'm hearing something. I'm hearing something talk in my voice. I'm gonna call out to it and I'm gonna turn the camera around. Okay. Hello?
Some of Maddie's followers in her Discord room analyzed the footage and noticed something terrifying. As she pans her camera around the yard, there seems to be a pair of glowing eyes staring back at her.
Hello?
Now, some people have claimed that the videos on Maddie's channel are fake, and that Maddie is doing an elaborate YouTube ARG. Some have argued that if this is happening around Maddie and Devin's house, then why don't they just move? Well, they actually did just that. About 3 weeks ago, Maddie and her husband Devin moved to a new house.
Hey everybody, it's Maddie.
It's Devin.
And we're moving to the beach for the summer. We are sick of what's happening at our house. We want to get some distance between us and it.
Maddie Ann hasn't made a public post on her YouTube channel since. So this might be the last update for a while. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at NukesTop5. And if you'd like to suggest a video for the countdown, just go to Facebook.com/NukesTop5 and hit send message.
Run!
Top 5 mysterious creatures caught on camera. Dig my grave. This next bizarre video was submitted by a woman named Colleen to the website SasquatchChronicles.com. She says that the video was recorded by 2 teenage girls on a break from work. For some odd reason, the girls decided to take a drive through a local cemetery to pass the time. The 2 girls immediately spot something very bizarre. And after watching in shocked disbelief for a few minutes, one of the girls pulls out her phone and begins to record.
F80 oscillating multi-tool features patented tool-tech oscillation technology, which combines speed and control all in one tool. It's the only oscillating tool.
That looks like she's digging with her hands.
Digging for what?
Digging with her hands. What's that?
Watch the CMT Music Awards. Now I shine like a diamond in the most awarded minivan of the year. Looking good. I also struggle with parallel park mode minivan. But thanks to the available parallel and perpendicular park assist system,
Super weird.
A dark figure seems to be digging feverishly into the cemetery dirt, using only its hands, like an animal. After Colleen saw the girl's video, she drove to the cemetery to take a look for herself and found this freshly dug hole. But the person or thing that had clawed the dirt from the ground was nowhere to be found, which might have been for the best. So is this a creature caught on camera digging in the cemetery? Or just some very disturbed person? You decide. The Squealer. 2 guys in North Georgia claim that they were out shooting off fireworks on the 4th of July when they began to hear strange animalistic noises coming from the woods nearby.
Are you an idiot? Watch out! That's pretty cool, man.
I wanted it to go up in the air, man.
It's still cool.
Set up another one or something.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you go first.
Dude.
Farm animal.
I don't like this.
Good luck, good luck.
What do you think it is?
Turn the flash off a little bit.
No. Whatever it is, I want to see it.
That throw firework at it? Trust me, that is. What the hell, man? Wait, let me go first. Oh, fuck. What is that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? What is that? Dude, what is that? Dude, we just get the hell out of here. I'm not getting near that. I'm not getting near that. Dude, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Is that throw firework at it?
No. Run. Dude, run. Is it still there? Uh-uh. 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 Go! No! Run! Run! We gotta take the car. What the f***? What the hell? What the hell?
Something that looks like some kind of humanoid creature chases them out of the woods. Now, of course, the guys in the video claim that the clip is 100% real, but this could just be one of their friends in a mask or someone pulling a prank on them. Real or fake? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Something's still in the yard. On this channel, I previously covered the strange occurrences that take place outside the home of YouTuber Maddie Ann and her husband Devin. Maddie and Devin say that they've heard strange noises around their house at night for months, and that everyone in their neighborhood has experienced random property damage, all occurring after dark. In case you didn't see the first video on this, here's a quick review of the very creepy video that Maddie posted 4 months ago.
Hearing the craziest noises. Listen. I gotta check this out. What the f***?
After that first occurrence, the bizarre noises haven't stopped. One night, Maddie and Devin are relaxing on their back porch when this happens.
Can I go inside, please? Please, can I go inside?
Just go inside. I'll lift it out.
Hurry up.
We can hear odd noises and what sounds like the footsteps of someone running through the bushes. Devin goes out to investigate as Maddie heads back inside, but Devin found nothing out of the ordinary. Cut to a few weeks later, Maddie's looking around outside and finds something absolutely chilling.
Look at that. And I go between this bush and our fence. It's a pretty narrow area.
Whatever it is, walking around barefoot out here.
20, 30 degree weather. It's not warm. $14
Jesus Christ.
heel to toe.
Maddie says that the next time she hears the noises, she plans to try to live stream the sound directly on YouTube. To follow their continuing story, be sure to check out her YouTube channel, Maddie Ann. Into the woods. Reddit user jhood3119 says that his friend in upstate New York installed a security camera to record outside his home. Apparently, the friend's dog had been freaking out in the middle of the night for seemingly no reason. When checking the security footage, he was shocked by what he found. Some bizarre hunched-over figure with glowing eyes seems to come lurching out of the darkness, and then seems to simply disappear into thin air. Note that in the video you can actually see the dog in the lower left corner. It turns its head to watch the strange thing pass. Meanwhile, at the other corner of the video, the property owner can be seen out searching the grounds with his flashlight, but he doesn't even notice the lumbering figure as it passes. So is this a creature caught on camera disappearing into the woods? Or is it all just a hoax? Let me know what you think. I see you. A group of French college students pass by an old abandoned swimming pool every day as it's on the way to a restaurant near their university. So one night, they decide to bring along some flashlights and head inside for a little bit of exploring. They certainly weren't ready for what they found.
Faut que j'éteigne la lampe, non? Non. C'est vers où? Elle est où l'alarme en fait?
Elle est de
la moitié du bassin.
Là?
Non, là tu vois, le petit.
Le petit quoi?
En fait, elle est à la moitié.
Ah, le petit truc rouge là?
Elle est là.
Et ici aussi du coup?
Je sais pas.
Et il y a une voiture là. Ah non, c'est la lumière qui est là.
Mais est-ce que si on coupe tout...
Non mais attends.
Ça s'allume plus.
Mais non, il n'y a plus de batterie. Y a que...
Ah mais c'est normal, c'est la vieille batterie.
Mais oui. Attends. Non, attends. Viens. Donne la lampe.
Non, c'est pas vrai, j'y suis déjà allée.
Mais viens. Là, ça sonne ou pas? T'es sûr? Oh putain!
Someone, or something, seems to be lurking in an old changing room near the pool. The college students flee in terror, setting off the alarms that they were so carefully trying to avoid. Now, on first glance at this video, you're probably wondering why the original poster called this a creature. In fact, you're probably thinking, well, that just looks like a very skinny person with long arms. And that very well might be true. But there is one thing here that makes absolutely no sense. And that is the fact that this person's eyes glow in the flashlight beam. In fact, they continue to glow even after the light is taken away. And the eyes of a human being do not glow when you shine a flashlight on them. Now, you've probably seen animals whose eyes glow in the dark when there's light nearby. This is because the eyes of those animals contain a special layer of tissue called a tapetum lucidum. This layer reflects light from their eyes and lets them see in the dark. Now, humans do not have that special layer of tissue, so human eyes do not glow. Or at least they're not supposed to. So exactly what is going on with this person's eyes? Is this a human-like creature? Is it just a very thin person combined with some special effects work to make their eyes glow? Is it a hoax or an actual strange encounter? Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. For an all-new story and video, be sure to check out the Facebook extras this week at facebook.com/nukestop5. This week, I'll be covering one of the most requested creature videos on this channel. And if you want to suggest a video for the top 5 while you're there, just click the send message button.
Hello? Oh my god!
अरे ये वीडियो मोड में आ गया है। वेट अ मिनट। अबे पीछे देख वो क्या है?
That was someone flying, right?
Get up! नहीं दिख रहा।
वो देख ना, he's coming back now. वीडियो ले जल्दी।
Catch some very scary and unexplained things on their cameras. Here are top 10 strangest and scariest encounters caught on camera. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. Troop Encounter. This video was published the footage in January of 2018. The video, which is 25 minutes long, is filmed from the perspective of the driver of the US Humvee. You can see more vehicles in front and someone outside, guiding the driver to position the Humvee as a blockade. The driver tells his commander that the opposing forces are taking fire, which you can hear in the background. The driver then hops outside and fires in the direction of the opposing forces. Following some back and forth, the driver arms himself and crosses the desert in open view to cover his brothers in arms, one of whom is hurt on the ground. They load the man into one of the Humvees, and then there's a good amount of running back and forth between the barricade and the Humvee. At some point, they load up to head off. It's unclear whether the opposing forces stood down, but what is clear is this scary standoff was handled textbook by these men. Poltergeist activity. Setting up your GoPro to capture unusual activity in your home can sometimes turn up stuff of the paranormal variety. He found exactly that when he set up his GoPro angle toward the kitchen area of his home. The footage shows the oven door in the far end of the room falling slowly open. Maybe the poltergeist wants to cook something. Then closer to the camera, a door to the right opens. Next, inexplicably, a chair falls over onto the floor. This is not the first poltergeist video captured by him. This YouTuber's house seems to be extra creepy, as a number of the commenters note. Many in the comments section suggest that the uploader have his home blessed, but most are just freaked out about all the paranormal activity. What you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Strange creature encounter. This encounters with strangers in abandoned places and the paranormal are scary enough. So, what happens when you encounter some type of humanoid creature in the middle of a forest? This video was published this footage in December 2016. The footage is taken in the woods. You can hear birds singing and chirping. It seems just like a calming, pleasant, peaceful nature walk. Then, you spot it. Down the center of the shot creeps past a dark creature. It's hard to tell what the figure is at this distance, but its shoulders are hunched, and the way it moves makes it seem not of this world. A closer shot of the creature calls its species even further into question. Most in the comments of the video seem to agree that it's not a Bigfoot. The gait and the creature's arm length seem to invalidate the Bigfoot theory. So what else could this creature possibly be? Without any additional footage, there will be no way to tell for sure. Abandoned house exploring. Located in Bobcaygeon, Ontario, Canada, this abandoned house has got some hidden secrets. And they're secrets you don't want to know. This video was published in April of 2013. The YouTuber writes, "So, I'm not a believer in the paranormal, ghosts, spirits or that type of thing, but I do accept odd things happen from time to time. What happened yesterday has caused me to consider being a little more open-minded. So, what happened yesterday?" He goes on to explain that the creepy abandoned house that they decided to explore sits about half a kilometer back from the road, alongside a barn and some other outlying buildings. The house appeared boarded up, but after ducking under a boarded-in storage area of the house, the YouTuber soon discovered a way inside, an open door. Inside, household furnishings are scattered everywhere, and as the camera swings around, a door to the right opens, and then falls closed. After entering another disheveled room, the camera swings round, and it appears as though they are considering heading upstairs to explore the second floor, but then the video cuts out, and the pair are back outside the boarded up home. He explains that though the feeling and sounds likely don't translate to the viewer, they were incredibly frightening and loud while creeping around the home, putting the YouTuber and his partner on edge. One of these sinister sounds was that of someone else walking inside the home. Another something heavy being dragged over the floorboards. He also wrote that when they left, it felt like they were being followed. Ghostly girl sighting. These ghostly girls are enough to scare a pack of boys at night. This video was published in November of 2017. The title in Spanish reads, "A ghost girl gets out in Mexico's Pantheon." The video begins with a bunch of guys running off and shining a flashlight towards some trees. It's unclear what they've seen there, but they start shouting in Spanish over toward that area. One of them carries a large stick, likely as protection to use against whatever they saw there. As they continue to shout, the camera shot moves to one of the guys who's sitting on the ground, and when it turns back up again to the spot, there's a shadowy figure on the wall of the building. It appears to be a long-haired girl with her head tilted. They start walking away down a side road. Then one of them starts shouting, and they all start running. Although it's still unclear what they saw, whatever it was, must have been frightening enough to hop a fence to escape. As they in the video's comments wrote, the one who searches, finds. These boys found what they were looking for. What you think about it? Is it real ghostly girls sighting, or a internet hoax? Let me know in the comments. Witch encounter in forest. In this clip you have ever gone on a real life witch hunt? A person published his scary encounter in June of 2016, writing, "Finally found where the witch has been living." The YouTuber must have posted other videos of the witch prior to searching for her abode. In this footage, he claims that these stick crosses that he's come across in the woods indicate where the witch he'd encountered is living. He says there's logs in this wooded area and ceremonial things, although none of that is shown. Then he points out the strangest thing, a teepee made of sticks. As he's filming the teepee, something sets him on edge. He pans around and off to the left stands a woman with jet black hair dressed in white. She's unmoving, but her presence there is unnerving enough to make the YouTuber hightail it out of there. What would you do if you came across this lady in the forest at night? A terrifying moment sighting. This is a terrifying moment. A car is crushed as trees fall around it on a country road. Filmed in Slovakia, the video is shot by a dashcam as the car travels down a narrow road with trees on the left-hand side. As the car moves along, the trees ahead start to fall down and the car grinds to a halt. The driver begins to reverse the car as the road ahead is now blocked, but more trees fall down around them. Screams can be heard from within the car as the tall trees block the whole road as they drop suddenly and dramatically. Then the trees begin to fall on the roof of the car and can be seen on the windscreen. But just as he does so, another tree falls and crushes his vehicle. There's no word if the driver was harmed in any way, but let's hope they made it out okay. Alien-like creature in house. This video was published in 2014. Encounters with strangers in abandoned places and the paranormal are scary enough. The footage is taken in the abandoned house. When a YouTuber stand in the center of the door shot creeps past a dark greenish creature. And YouTuber write, "I don't know how to explain the video. I was trying to film what at the time I thought was an animal in my house. But I was shocked to see that, and I can't tell whether what I recorded is a human, alien or something else." He did in fact contact the police saying, "There was an intruder in my home. So, please help me identify this creature. Is it a real alien, or some strange looking creature, or a hoax? You decided." An abandoned hospital. Have you ever seen a door slam all on its own? Okay, but have you seen it happen in a creepy underground morgue? He published this horrifying video in May of 2017, which begins scary and then escalates. As the camera wades into the darkness with a flickering lantern lighting a hallway, strange slamming noises are heard. You might be screaming, "Don't go down there" at your computer screen right now. But the cameraman isn't listening. He walks toward the hallway, and as he gets closer, you can see what's making that slamming noise. It's a red door down at the end of the hallway. It's opening and closing shut on repeat with no end in sight. As the cameraman gets closer and closer, your heart starts beating faster and faster. And then, suddenly, the door stops slamming. The lights flicker on, and then off completely. When they turn back on again, the cameraman walks over to the door and opens it. Nothing is inside. The camera turns down toward the end of the hallway and into the adjacent room. But nothing. Was this the paranormal in action? Or, as some in the comments believe, was a fishing line involved? Real or fake? What do you think?